Hey guys, Dr. Snellgrove here. Just wanted to record a quick video for writing the conclusion and then uploading the final draft for our first essay in integrated reading and writing. All right, so when it comes to writing the conclusion, I have good news and bad news, and it's the same news. Basically, there's only two things that you're really doing inside a conclusion. You are restating the thesis, that's the easy part. And then you are trying to end the essay on a memorable note. That's the hard part. So if you guys remember before, I might still have it over here. I think we talked about writing the intro, imagining like an upside down triangle, right? Where you have like your title and your hook. We work on our background info, and then we get down here to the thesis. Why am I showing you this? Well, the conclusion is fittingly enough the flip side of that. So you know how before the tippy top, the point, I should say, was the thesis. It still is, but now instead of being the last thing that you talk about, like on the intro, it's the first thing you mention. So the beginning of your conclusion should restate what your thesis is, right? Now that's when I say restate, please don't just copy and paste it. You know, literally find a new way to write it, a new way to express it. Okay, so beyond that, what are you doing? You got to find a way to end the essay on a memorable note. There's a few different ways to do this. You know, traditional things, some people will wrap up, they'll reiterate like briefly what their different arguments were. That's the traditional way you might also end like a presentation. Hey, I'm going to hit, the most important things here. Some people get kind of philosophical and they talk about how the what they have learned, maybe in writing this essay, how that might apply to other things as well. If you've given serious thought to, saving money or, poverty or budgeting, it's like, well, I hope that information isn't just in a vacuum. Do you foresee future applications of that for, people, for cities, states, for the nation? Some people even get kind of personal. Like, I'm fine if you want to write about how, using I and me, kind of statements. If you want to talk about how looking into this might have changed your own views, is it going to affect some of what you do, your own life, in your own lifestyle? So any and all of that is fair game. The idea is, I always hesitate to say this because I think it makes me sound like more of a smart ass than usual, but the idea is you want to have an essay they might still remember, 5 minutes later, like, have an interesting ending. Sometimes that just means you put a little extra line or extra time into that final line. Sometimes it means like, oh, I went all out talking about my life and how this changed me, blah, blah, blah. Just something that's interesting, something that's just like, that was my essay, bye. We want to avoid that kind of vibe. All right, so what I wanted to do now, hopefully, as always, if you have any questions about the conclusion, just reach out to me. You can email me, you can text me, 863-835-2399. But let's see, something else. Oh, I wanted to pivot over talking about uploading the final draft. All right, so you may have noticed for our earlier assignments, like the outline, like the intro, the body paragraphs, I've given you the option to write directly into the Canvas text editor, right? That's fine for those assignments, but you'll notice for the final draft, it is an upload only. So I need you to actually like have your stuff typed up in the MLA format. It could be on like a Microsoft Word or a Google Docs, Pages for you Mac users, Libre Open Office for the free alternative to Windows, any and all of that kind of stuff. But we need you to, type it in the MLA format, save that on your computer, and then upload that. So that's just that keeps us all honest. That way, I'm making sure everybody hit the 2-page mark. I'm double checking your font should be Times New Roman, your font size, which should be 12, all that fun stuff. Now, you guys probably remember me muttering about this before, but it is perfectly fine to have like a MLA template that you use, that you write in. You can get those, you can just Google MLA template. I may remember to pop one on our Canvas, but I just want to emphasize it's there no matter what kind of writing device, writing software you use. There's a template for it. So I just mentioned that because I'll show people on videos like, Look, there's a template in Microsoft Word. There's got to be somebody like, well, that's great. I don't use Microsoft Word. Well, just Google MLA template plus what you use. MLA template Google Docs, something like that. MLA template Pages, MLA template, Libra Open Office, whatever it is you're using. There's a template available. All right, and yeah, that's about it. Just getting ready to finalize this essay, submit the final draft. Please, 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 if you have any questions about any of it, feel free to email me. Feel free to text me, 863-835-2399. Y'all have a good one. Bye.